Hello everyone, my name is Richard. Before I begin this talk or presentation, I'd like to remind everyone, or put to notice to everyone present in this auditorium, that all you're going to hear about me today are things that occurred in the past, and no one should judge me, or I don't expect to see the Norwegian police outside the auditorium at the end of this presentation. I would also like to put to notice to everyone present in this auditorium that the issue of gangs in Ghana is not as huge or prevalent as in certain countries such as the United States of America, Mexico, or Italy. According to Wikipedia, a gang refers to a group of recurrent individuals who take charge of a territory, have a leader, and indulge in illegal activities. When I was 10 years old, my parents got separated. I was left with my dad and my two sisters. My big sister went to boarding school, leaving my kid sister alone and myself in the household. Since my dad was a reverend pastor, he had to attend a lot of religious programs. I started hanging out with a friend of mine named Nathaniel. Nathaniel was skinny, cute, funny, and he always had my back. He was one of the best friends I've ever had. I started hanging out with Nathaniel, even to the point of going to his house and to meeting his friends. Nathaniel lived in Nungua, Buade, a town 2 kilometers away from the town I lived in at the spintex. The boys in Nathaniel's neighborhood had a bond which was stronger than friendship. It was more like a brotherhood. The leader of this brotherhood, or gang I should call it, was Ahinsa. Ahinsa quit junior high school in the second year. In the beginning, I wasn't considered to be a part of this group. I wasn't considered to be a part of this brotherhood. I was just Nathaniel's friend. I was Nat's friend. They used to scam me. They used to fraud me, sell cheap stuff to me at really high prices because I wasn't part of that circle of brotherhood. But then with time I got in. With time I was trusted. This group of friends indulged in illegal activities such as stealing, fraud, internet scam, credit card fraud, sakawa, and forgery, vandalism, fighting. For those of us who don't know what sakawa is an interaction between a fetish priest and a client where the priest promises the client protection or success in his business. Why are gangs bad, someone might ask. Gangs cause kids to be morally perverse. I'll talk more about that later, but you must know why these kids joined gangs in the first place. Some of them were born into the neighborhood. Some of them were born into Nungua Buade. They had no other option than to hang out with this group of friends. It's either you're with them or you have no friends at all. Some of them joined gangs for my reason. I joined a gang because I wanted to overcome prejudice. People saw me to be this nerd. People saw me to be this kid you could mess with and go scot-free. I didn't like that feeling. I wanted to look hard. I wanted to be hard. So I joined this group of friends. Why would someone join a gang, you would ask again? Easy money. This is just a picture of my friends in high school. This is not a gang, just so you know. This is a conversation I had with my friend, whose name I'm not going to mention. He told me in this conversation that he has upgraded from internet fraud to credit card fraud. In this email, he told me that there's someone in the United States of America that he's working with, and that person owes him 12 million Ghana cedis, and that he wants me to call that person and threaten the person so the person sends the money to him. He is in Ghana right now. The friend of mine I'm talking about is in Ghana right now. And he's probably richer than all the teachers in this school. He's probably richer than everyone in this school. Money that comes by so quick, money that comes by so fast that you can't even explain. Work for 30 minutes and make $1 million US. Someone might say I'm exaggerating, but it's quite true. It is really true, actually. This is a picture of a guy I fought with when I was in junior high school, my second year of junior high school. Why am I showing you this picture? This is a normal human being I fought with in my second year. He was a third year. He quit school after junior high school and indulged in internet fraud and credit card fraud with his gang. And look at him now. He's traveling all around the world. This is a picture he took probably in Las Vegas. He is so rich, money that comes by so easy. Why won't I join a gang if I can make money without going to school? This is a picture of another friend of mine working. He's putting in work, we call it, for 30 minutes or for an hour, and then you could make money. Why won't I join a gang if I make money so easily? The last and final reason why I think people join gangs is that sense of brotherhood, that sense of protection that you have. Is the best feeling a man could ever ask for. I remember this one time we were at the beach and I caused a fight with someone. Someone taller than me, someone bigger than me. I had lost that fight already. But then all I could see was that my friends came up from behind me and fought for me. They started fighting for me. I won the fight without lifting a finger. This is the best feeling a man could ever ask for. Seriously, you have this tall big guy coming to beat you up and then your friends fight for you. You feel like you're a king. Why won't I join a gang if I can feel protected? If I feel love? So someone might say that you're only talking about nungua, buade. Why are you saying that there are gangs in Ghana? Just so you know, towns such as Ashaman, Teshi, Kaneshi, Nungua C5, Zongos, and parts of Tema in Ghana have gangs which are more dangerous than the gang that I grew up with. Gangs that indulge in worse activities than the gang that I grew up with did. Going back to the question I raised in the beginning, why are gangs bad? As I said, it makes the youth morally perverse. I remember the first time I saw someone get hit in the head with an inanimate object, my heart almost literally jumped out of my body. I was so scared that someone has been hit in the head with a metal, someone has been hit in the head with a bottle, there's blood oozing out. But then it became a normal thing to me. We used to fight with the guys across the street. We used to fight whenever we played football. Almost every time we played football, there was a fight, and things happened. I lost that sense of feeling, that conscience that I had was gone. Then I started hitting people in the head with stuff, and it felt good, trust me. It may sound insane, but when you become morally perverse, you lose your feelings. You hit someone in the head with something, you lie to someone, you steal from someone, you rob someone, and you don't feel anything bad. That's what's happening to the kids in Ghana right now. They go to someone with a knife, bring your money. If you don't bring the money, they cut you up. They take all you have from you and they don't feel bad after it. All senses are gone. Why are gangs bad again? According to a discussion I had with one of my friends, respect to Karina, wherever she is, if she's here, she proved to me that the GDP of a country immensely increases when kids are in school. Imagine the 15 to 20 kids in every community in Ghana quit after high school, do not further their education after high school, or even some of them after junior high school. What do you think is happening to the GDP of the country? What do you think is happening to the economy of the country? The last and final reason why I think gangs are bad is because before I came to the Nightingale College, Red Cross Nordic, a friend of mine died. His name was Ernest. We called him Tue. Tue in the Ghana language in Ghana means ears. He had really big ears. And he had this thing he did with his bag where he moved the strap along. We used to tease him with it. Ernest is dead now. I asked different members of the gang, I asked different friends of mine, how did Ernest die? People are telling me different stories. No two people have told me the same story about how Ernest died. But the truth of the matter is he's dead. He's gone. How many more kids do we want to lose? There's a piece of advice I want to give to Ghanaian parents, African parents. When your kids come back from soccer practice late, when they come back from school late, ask them where they went. Let them tell you what they were doing. If you're hanging out with certain groups of friends that you don't want them to hang out with, stop them. My dad didn't have time for us. He used to attend a lot of religious meetings. It was me, my kid sister, and the house help. I treated the house help as if she was nothing because I felt I was the king of the house. If she messed with me, I could beat her up or have my friends beat her up. If your kids are hanging out with a group of friends that you don't want them to hang out with, stop them. Let them know the importance of education. And I will also encourage the governments back home, the government, to provide these kids with jobs. If they don't want to go to school, just give them something to do instead of having them hang out with friends that will ruin their life. My name is Richard Akomea, and I was once part of a gang. Thank you.